Good afternoon, everybody. Let's get right to your headlines on this Tuesday afternoon. A possible cell phone ban for students in Florida. A teen now charged with murder in a deadly Wilmer crash. Plus, Northwest Florida residents head to the polls. Let's get right to News 5 now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you on this Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully your day is going well so far. We got a lot of big stories to get to, so let's not delay. Let's start with number 5. A bill moving through the Florida legislature seeks to ban cell phones in schools. The measure, which is currently moving through committees, would establish a pilot program in 6 school districts to prohibit students from using cell phones for the entire school day. There would be exceptions for emergency situations and students with learning disabilities who need an electronic device. Right now, cell phones are banned for students in certain grades. Number 4, a federal judge rules that Alabama's Attorney General cannot prosecute people and organizations who help women travel out of state to get an abortion. The ruling comes after Steve Marshall suggested they could face prosecution under anti-conspiracy laws. The judge's ruling declared prosecuting those helping women seek an abortion out of state would violate the First Amendment. Marshall has not pursued any such prosecutions. Number 3, a 17-year-old involved in a deadly crash this past November is now charged with murder. A grand jury indicted the teenager yesterday. He was previously charged with manslaughter. 19-year-old Nolan McDavid was killed in the crash on Lott Road near J.E. Turner Elementary School. Officials said speed and alcohol could have played a role in this head-on crash. Number 2, administrators at Spring Hill College announced yesterday they're partnering with Rockhurst University. The partnership will bring new majors to the school, including data analytics and AI, exercise science, criminal justice, and social influencing. New graduate programs will also be offered to Spring Hill students. Students may now receive their master's degree in speech-language pathology and their doctoral degrees in physical therapy and occupational therapy. And number 1, voters in Northwest Florida are at the polls today to decide who will represent them in Congress. Republican Jimmy Patronis and Democrat Gay Valamont are running to represent Florida's 1st congressional district, the position previously held by former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Polls opened at 7 this morning. They'll close at 7 tonight. We will have the most up-to-date information on our website, WKRG.com. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. Okay, everybody, it's time for our question of the day. Let's get right to it. What is one piece of advice you would give your younger self? What is one piece of advice you would give your younger self? All right, let's see what you guys are saying about this. Anne says, be okay on your own. Sometimes waiting for others to join could mean you never get to experience something. Satara says, learn how to be open to love in all forms. Jeannie says, don't rush to marry and have kids. Linda says, get all the education you possibly can and never stop being physically active. Donna says, keep the Lord in the center of all relationships. Stay in school and don't quit. Education is important, says Joyce. Kim says, take more chances. Truly enjoy your life. Don't be that person who at 60 is sitting on a fence wondering, what if I had? Good one. Harriet, get your education and career started first before marriage. Okay, so those are some really good pieces of advice, and we've gotten a lot of comments, 92 comments on this question of the day. So it's fun to read all of these pieces of advice. So if you'd like to offer some more, you've got a few more hours today to do so. So don't dilly-dally, get right to it. All right, now it's time for our poll of the day. And this one is interesting. What's scarier to you, a tornado or an earthquake? What is scarier to you, a tornado or an earthquake? The thumbs up button for the tornado, the love button for earthquake. So you let us know what you fear. Let's see if anybody's commented. Dial says tornado has to be. I've been in earthquakes and they're not as scary as people make them out to be. Daniel said he was raised in Southern California, so earthquakes are always in the back of your mind. And if you get one like in Myanmar, they're brutal. Mary says both are horrible. Both, says Shifanda. So, yeah, so you guys, I don't know, they're both really terrifying. Zek says he'd rather have a tornado. I don't want to be swallowed up by the ground. Shirley, tornado. I was living in California when I experienced an earthquake. Both are traumatic experiences. So you can go ahead and vote in our poll of the day and tell us what you fear more, a tornado or an earthquake. And you can cast your vote on our WKRG Facebook page or WKRG.com. And we will reveal the results tonight at 5:30 on News 5 Now. Thanks so much for joining me for News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. I'll see you tonight for WKRG News 5 at 5 o'clock. Have a nice afternoon.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.